Good day, sir. My name is Bakar Ahmed. I am my colleague.
Good day, sir. My name is Kainde Aisha.
Good day, sir. My name is Karim Nafisa.
Good day, sir. My name is Mary Jane Kibe.
And our topic for presentation is information systems and people. Like I said earlier, our topic is information system and people. First, before we go into details, we need to understand some of the concepts of information technology and ICT. So, what is information? Information is data of facts, thoughts, conveyed through various types of communication, be it oral, written, visual, or audiovisual, and the likes. So, the next is technology. Technology is the application of scientific knowledge. So, and also we also have ICT. And ICT is a broader term for IT, which consists of all the various technology used to transmit, store, retrieve information in a digital form.
I'm talking about the role of people and organization. In the organization, we have the information system literacy, which includes the behavioral and technical approach. The behavioral approach is how the people in the organization relate with each other and customers, while the technical approach includes how the people in the organization deals with their technological aspects. We also have the computer literacy, which focuses mostly on the people knowledge on information technology. That is, it's focused mainly on how the people in the organization are able to manage their information technology. We also have the management information system, which the management information system focuses mainly on the broader information system literacy. That is, it looks into other approach in the organization. It also issues surrounding development. That is, it develops the surrounding of the organization and also the use and impact of information system used by the managers and employees in the organization. It also focuses on the performance of the firm. That is, how well the firm is doing, how well their production is going, and their competitive challenges. That is, how they deal with their competitors.
Good day, guys. So I'm talking about information system. Information system is interrelated component that manage information to support decision making and control. It's also helping analysis and product. We can also say information system is the combination of software, hardware, and telecommunication networks to collect useful data, especially in an organization. And many businesses use information technology to compete and operate their operations. So that's what is going to lead us to the meaning of data. Data are streams of real facts, as we all know, and data becomes information when it is presented in a context so that it can answer a question or support decision making. And information are data shaped into meaningful, useful form. These are set of data that has been organized for direct usefulness for mankind. Information help human beings in their decision making process, and we have activities in an information system that is used to produce information. We have the input, the processing, output, and feedback. The input is any information on data sent to a computer for processing, while the output is any information processed by and sent out from a computer or other electronic device.
Alright, I'm here to talk about the dimensions of information system. We have 3 dimensions of information system. The first one is the organization, the second one is people, and the third one is technology. Then I'm going to pick one out of the 3, which is people. Under people, employee attitude affects the ability to use system productivity. This is just trying to talk about or emphasize on employee attitude towards the information system. For example, if an employee of a particular company comes to work very late often, it will definitely affect the productivity of that company. Then we also have the roles of managers. We have 4 roles of manager. The first one is creative work, new products and services. The manager has the ability to create, to design, and to design new products and activities. Then the second one is allocate human and financial resources. Then the third one is set organizational strategy, while the fourth one is perceive business challenges. He has the ability to know and also perceive, to figure out the challenges surrounding the organization and how to tackle the challenges using strategies and other things to get to the end products and the success of the company. Thank you.
Greetings, my names are Onikoye Ademilola Zainab, and to wrap up on what my colleagues have talked about, I'll be talking about the problem-solving approach in information systems and its people. Most businesses have problems, which can either be, which most times is simple and straightforward. Most business problem is categorized into three main factors, which are organization, technology, and people. Which is to say that having an organization in your company is very important, in your business is very important, because the structure being in place, it is what will aid the growth of the company. And if there's a problem in your organizational structure, it definitely will affect the technological part of it, and it also affects the people you hire, the people you hire to manage and to move your company forward. There are 4 steps to which we can solve problems, which is identifying your problem, solution design, the choice, and your implementation. Which is to say that for you to be able to even solve any problem or come up with any problem, you have to identify what the problem is. And only after you've identified what the problem is can you find solutions and then pick which best suits the challenge that the company or the brand or the business might be facing, which then lead you to implementing what you have picked to be the best option for your for the challenge you have. Also, when implementing a solution, you need to realize that you either build or purchase a solution, and after you've picked which you're going to be doing, you have to test the solution. You have to either change your management if that is where the problem is from. I have to also measure the outcome of your solution, and then you get feedback to know, okay, if the solution is actually working for the challenges that we have. Feedbacks are very important in whatever it is we're doing, especially when it comes to businesses and organizations, or creating ideas, or whatever it is we're doing. Getting feedbacks from people other than yourself is very important. And then you also need to realize that problem solving is a continuous process. It's not a single event, and sometimes chosen solution doesn't work or needs adjustments. As a person and even as a brand, we grow, which means that we would face more challenges as we go. So which is why the solution most likely is not which is why a solution is a continual process, because as you go, you face more challenges and you keep finding solutions for the challenges. You only have to make yourself better, reinvent your brand, reinvent your company, make yourself better, filter out the things that are tying you back and not making you move forward, and you make your company better. So having in mind that the solution may not work or needs adjustments is also very important, in the fact that so you don't give up when you try out one solution and it doesn't work, and then maybe when you find one that probably doesn't fit well, you know that you need to adjust it to fit what you want. Which is why those structures are important, which is why when you now finally face challenges, you'll be able to know the right processes to go about to solve your problem, and so that your company can stay afloat. And as I said before, for you to be able to identify your problem, you need to agree that a problem exists, because if you don't even agree that there's a problem, you can't even see the problem. Then you define your problem so you can find the causes of this problem. Then you can move on to finding solutions to your problem. It says typical people problem is lack of employee training. I would say this is very, very true, because when building a company, when building a brand, it is important to train your employee, because people have their own minds, they have their own structure that is inbuilt in them, and wherever they go to work, they bring pieces of that to where they are. So when picking an employee, you also need to train them so you can filter out, or so that they can filter out what your company needs for it to grow and what not. So another important another typical people problem is the working environment. When the work environment is not happy, it's toxic, people cannot progress, people cannot successfully think of ideas or think of solutions to problem. There are also other people problems like difficulties evaluating performance, legal and regulatory compliance. You also have poor and indecisive management. You have lack of employee support and participation. So when picking a solution design, you also need to factor in that there will be a lot of possible solutions, as I said earlier, and then you need to consider which is best for you to solve that problem. And when considering which is best for you to solve the problem, you need to factor in the cost. You also need to factor in feasibility, given the resources and the skill that you know your employees have, and you also need to factor in the length of time needed to implement the solution, because it is very important as the manager or as a person in charge of the company to factor in these things when solving a solution, so you don't overly spend, so that you don't give the wrong people problems to solve when it could have been the other way. And so also you don't spend unnecessarily long hours on something that could have been solved in like 2.
So we've come to the end of the topic, information systems and people. I still remember Haramed Babatunde.
Kendi Aisha Bekeruwa.
We're here in Chicago, Kibe.
Karin Nafisat. Thank
Thank
you.
you.